Well, what do you think
Yeah.
this upcoming series?
Well, we better be ready. Gonna have to dust ourselves off and get up off the mat, so to speak. And I know Washington. They played us really well here. Only beat them by 10 or 11 in a game where we played pretty well, but we just couldn't stop them. We've given up 80 points or more in only 2 games in league all year. And one was at Oregon State, one was against Washington here at home. We've only given up 70 in one game in conference, and that was the other night against Stanford. So it's obvious that we're a lot better when we defend.
Coming off that loss, obviously rare home losses as well. What's kind of been the vibe like around the team?
Well, unfortunately, same thing I say every week. I don't know yet. Today's our first practice, so maybe we have to change media day. I don't know. We had a meeting on Monday, typical like we always do, and just to kind of reset the week and to review the weekend. And I think our kids have shown resilience. We lost up at Oregon State on a Friday, came back on Sunday and played one of our best games of the year. Lost at Mississippi State. Our next game was at home against Ole Miss and played one of our best games that we've had. And so I anticipate that, same thing will happen this week. I think our kids will be focused and ready on Friday.
So you had a review. Did you go through the whole game tape at Stanford?
No.
Or what did you?
No.
What did you learn as any coaches? What did players learn? You think?
Well, I think that we learned that we've got to put 2 halves together defensively, and I'll give you an example. In the first half, Stanford missed 19 field goals. They had 3 offensive rebounds. It's about 15%. Second half, they missed 16 field goals and got 9 offensive rebounds, which is almost 60% of their misses back. Was that an adjustment? Was that something they did differently? No, they decided, hey, we're going to go get the ball, and down the stretch, it was 2 seniors, Kaylee Johnson and Brittany McPhee, who really were the catalysts to beating us. Just a couple of kids that really wanted it, played their butts off. Looking at McPhee, she hit some tough shots. She hit some shots where we failed to hedge. First half, our posts were doing a great job of hedging every ball screen. And then suddenly it kind of went away. And those are things we still got to focus on, get better at, be more consistent. And I just thought that second half it looked like we were just running underwater for whatever reason.
With such a young team, who do you lean on to have that certain sense of urgency right now?
Well, and that's, we didn't play a senior, without Bando. And again, I'm never going to use, and I have not used the Bando thing as an excuse. We missed her that game. Yeah. Number one, because they started to double and triple down on Ruthy, and nobody was making baskets at the 3-point line. So guess what's easier to do that? Number two, the one thing that Lexi, among other things, is going to give you game in, game out, day in, day out, is toughness, competitiveness, drive, somebody who's going to do whatever you say. I'll take McPhee, or whatever the case may be, and we just we missed that, and like I told our team, one of the things we talked about is we don't have a 30-year history of a culture where someone like McPhee and Johnson, those kids learned from the great players at Stanford before, who learned from the great players before them, and on and on and on. We've got a couple of seniors, and neither of whom played in that game, and so we're just kind of going through this for the first time, and it showed. I think it showed on Sunday, but our kids had good attitudes, and I think we're gonna learn from it.
Satu seemed a little hesitant on Sunday. Do you know what was going on, or?
Yeah, I'll have to ask her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had some really good looks early in the second half, and if she knocks one, I think she had 3 right in a row, open on the same wing. I think if she knocks 1 or 2 of those down, maybe we have a different game.
Yeah.
But then, she's a freshman playing in front of a big crowd against a great team, and it's natural. Once in a while, you're just going to start to question yourself a little bit, and that's, I think, what she started to do.
Yeah. Was there anything that you were telling her,
Keep
during
shooting.
halftime? Keep shooting.
Yeah. What can you say? I mean, keep shooting. They give you the shot. Keep shooting. You're a good shooter. And just unfortunately, just one of those games, she just didn't make enough.
I think of one possession, if I read your lips right or heard you right, you said to her, stop and pop.
Yeah.
And is that something that she needs to work on more, because she's got it all, basically.
Yeah, and has worked on. I think early in Pac-12 and early in the season, she had a lot of charging calls. In fact, I think that was on a charge.
Yeah.
Well, they play her for that, and she has been working on, the 1 or 2, that straight line drive pull up in the paint and just shoot over people, and she didn't do that time, you know. But she's gotten better at that, and you know, it's just again one of those things. And I think people, these are young kids, man. These are young kids, and we start 3 sophomores, a freshman, 2 of our first 3 kids coming off the bench are freshmen. They're going against really the standard, you know, bearer in this conference for 30 years, and it's gonna happen at time. I think we want our kids to grow up faster than maybe they're ready to, and but like I said, if we were disappointed as all get out, it absolutely crushed my day on Sunday and yesterday and Monday. But the reality is we got to get back up and play better. And if you would have told me in November we'd be 21-4 at this point, ranked in the top 10, 10-2, and in first place in conference, I'd say I'll take it. And so we got to look big picture. You know, that was one game. We're disappointed. Something we were looking forward to for 4 years. You know, the players get over it, I think, a little bit quicker. For us, the recruiting, everything that we've put into finally having the kind of team that can beat Stanford at home in front of all these fans, this is something we've been building for, and it didn't happen. So you know, it crushes you as a coach.